John Pollock back with you alongside John Ramdeen and Robin Black. The UFC's next card will be Saturday night, January the 28th from Denver, Colorado. That means elevation, and they will be on Fox as Valentina Shevchenko will take on Julianna Pena in the night's main event. You look on paper and figure that this does produce the number one contender for Amanda Nunes, even given the fact Shevchenko lost to Nunes last year. I just feel that that's what this fight is designed for. And she's also coming off what was a bit of an upset at the time last summer when she was also on Fox, did a very strong number, defeating Holly Holm.
Yeah, when you look at Shevchenko and the fact that she was tied to the former champion and the current champion, and I'm sure there'll be arguments out there because if you remember that fight with Amanda Nunes, Shevchenko started coming on strong. What happens if it was 5 rounds? Would Amanda Nunes be able to survive those last 2 rounds? So you have all these questions, and it's good. You're trying to build a story in the UFC's female 135-pound division. When I think about what's going to happen in this fight, I believe that Shevchenko is going to be moving forward, looking to take out Pena in this fight, but Pena is also aggressive, so she'll be moving forward, which will lead me to believe that Shevchenko will decide to play that the distance game, the point game.
I agree. I think that's the case. Don't sleep on Shevchenko on the ground either.
Yeah.
Pena looks good, particularly when she gets to your back. She's ravenous, like she wants to rip your throat out. Go back. We got excited about Olenek getting the Ezekiel choke. What was so interesting about it was he was mounted. But go back and watch Shevchenko in 2006 with boxing gloves on. They called it free fighting in Russia. Gets an Ezekiel choke in 2006.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's not hard to find. Just Google Shevchenko Ezekiel choke 2006. You'll probably find it. She's been fighting in all phases of combat her whole career. I think she should have a ton of advantages here, and that is even knowing how good Pena is. Pena builds it all, like you suggested, around aggression, around ferocity. It's like, I don't care who you are, I'll beat you. That works and it works and it works. Ronda, that's how a big part of how Ronda was beating everyone until the skill level gets high enough that you can't overwhelm skill level. And Shevchenko's been fighting for so long. She has many, many dozens to hundreds of combat competitions, boxing, kickboxing, every type of fighting. This is what this woman was put on earth to do. Fish swim, birds fly, Shevchenko fights people. And this is a tough one for Pena. If Pena goes and really shows it and wins, I will never doubt her again.
Yeah, Shevchenko, I just feel she's a very good 5-round fighter. As we saw, she's very patient, as she was against Holly Holm, and it led to Holly Holm kind of chasing her, making a lot of mistakes that you just saw throughout. I was very surprised by that performance, and I think that sold a lot of people on where Shevchenko can ascend in this bantamweight division. So I think the fact that this is a 5-round fight does play a factor there. Julianna Pena, though, I mean, when you look at someone like Kat Zingano that she just dispatched back at UFC 200, that was a bit of an eye-opener. We've seen her rise from the Ultimate Fighter and had that big injury that took some time out. So this is a fight that's very intriguing of who is going to be joining Amanda Nunes, because this is a division that's kind of in a state of, at least for the contenders, it's a free-for-all.
But the reality is they're both essentially contenders right now because you're trying to see how things are unfolding. Holly Holm now abandoning the division, so you're seeing who the players are. And if Amanda Nunes keeps winning, yes, if you look at this fight, for example, between Shevchenko and Pena, if Pena loses, she just has to win a couple more fights because of her name, because of the performances that we've seen from her. And again, she'll get her crack. We don't know what's going on with Ronda. Miesha Tate just bailed on the sport. And again, Holly Holm, the former champion, has abandoned the division. So
Amanda Nunes, we see the power, obviously, but she's in balance, and she's in a position to be able to hit you hard and clean, and she'll finish you, she'll hurt you. And she can do that to Pena because Pena's ravenously coming forward. Pena can take the space away and stuff, but she couldn't do that to Shevchenko. Shevchenko's understanding of striking, her understanding of defense, not being tight in there when she gets hit, her experience, all of it. She's the one to be able to go and dethrone Amanda. And like you guys said, in round 3, she came on and started to dominate. What would happen in a round 4 and a round 5? Now, you could say it wouldn't get there, but it did get there. She's not, Amanda's taking everyone else out in the first, can't take her out. And when we were asked to make picks of who we thought would be the bantamweight champion next year, I picked Shevchenko, that she could go through all of this, maybe lose a fight, but be able to beat all of these people when given enough chance. I think one of the things that might change that is if there comes a 125 division, she's really a 125-pounder. Right. Holly Holm is a weight-cutting 145-pounder, and she was able to outstrike her. This is, in my opinion, the most skilled fighter at 135 pounds.
And forget all that. Robin picked Shevchenko to be champion at the end of the year, and I picked Julianna Pena. So this has massive stakes attached to it.
Stakes.
It's totally going to be Amanda Nunes. It's coming up on Saturday night, January 28th. Valentina Shevchenko taking on Julianna Pena on Fox.